In this video, you'll see St. George's Church and the items that they used to torture the martyr. So please stay tuned. Just got out of my hotel to go to one of the sites. And the hotel I'm staying at, Hilton, they actually have a taxi they call to pick you up. What I realized that when I looked it up on the Uber app, it said 75, but the hotel said it's going to cost me $250. So I said, never mind. I walked out right outside the door and got a taxi. So the taxi dude initially said 200, and I said, I showed him the app. One thing I want to point out is that nobody speaks English here outside. Mainly, like 95% of people don't speak English in Cairo. So the app, although it's really awful, but it just tells you, it helps you to communicate with people. So I wrote on the app. I'll share the app on down there. I wrote on the app saying, I'll pay you 100, and the guy said 150. I said, I was stern. I said 100 because I know Uber charges 75. So he said, okay, I'll take you. So I'm heading to the hanging church. So I just wanted to point out that you have to negotiate. They don't depend on the hotels. If hotels, they get some type of cut on it or something. So I can give you that. Another thing I forgot to mention is that here, probably like 95% of the people, they smoke, from like little kids to the older people. So one of the things that you gotta deal with is secondhand smoking situation. It's a problem because right now, as we speak, he's taking me to the hanging church to do the smoking in a car. They don't even ask you for permission. Everybody's smoking. Yeah, so you gotta deal with that. Just got to the church area, so I'm about to pay the dude 100. So normally they tell you they don't have any change, so be careful. I said, well, you got to give me my money back. So he's going outside to get his money from his trunk. I don't know what's happening. The cabbie, he couldn't find the change, so my change was supposed to be 100. Because I gave him 200, but he only had 80 in his pocket or something. So I let him have it, but don't let them hustle you like that, because because get your change first, get it right. All right. The cabbie dropped me off, but the area that he dropped me off is closed, that you can't enter through it. So I'm going around this wall that you are seeing behind me. I'm walking around. So this is the walk. I have to go around. Like my GPS tells me I have about like 2 minutes of a walk. So I'm walking around, and I'll share the app that I'm actually using. They give you a 3-day trial. You just put in the area that you want to visit, and then give you a map where you can walk around. Or what you could do is pay a tour guide, whichever that you want. But I don't want to waste my time. I've been to several countries where I didn't need a tour guide these days. I just walk around myself trying to figure it out. That's what I did in Europe. I went to Paris and London on my own. Didn't need a guide. But one thing I recommend a guide here is because the language barrier, which also was a problem in France, because I didn't speak French, so that was a problem. But I got through it. So either you pay, I think for this one, Like they had a half a day tour for about $40, or you can just do it on your own, because these sites are free to get into. What you're paying for is literally the vehicle and some people to interpret for you. So I chose to go the cheap way, but you can do the tour guide. They have plenty of tour guides that go through. All right, so it's your choice. My choice is cheaper though. This is what it looks like when you walk in, and there's a lot of, actually these look like locals, but there's a lot of tourists, I think, as well. I think it's like maybe like a school group or something that I see, and there's a lot of souvenir shops and whatnot that you'll see. This is St. George. This is what the church looks like. I'll show you what's inside. It's amazing. That's one of the reasons I wanted to visit Egypt, because of what they have here. This is the Greek Orthodox St. George Church. That's the first thing that you see when you come to the old city, the old Cairo. So I'm gonna visit that first. It's a beautiful, beautiful church. And first I thought I was gonna run into the Hanging Church, but this is the first one I see, so I jumped in there. This was supposed to be my last stop, but now it's my first stop. That's his icon right there. This is the first thing that you see coming through the church. This is the entrance. As you walk in, you see, like I said, this is the Greek Orthodox. So you see a lot of the paintings are. It's beautiful. Look at the church. And it's beautiful. People are lighting the candles. These are like the very common ones, not like the big old candles that we have here in Ethiopia or in America. These are the small ones. This is the inside of the church. It's beautiful. The beautiful icons. They're just amazing. I guess this is where the service takes place. And this is the altar. And the dome inside. This is gorgeous. So this is the entrance to the exhibit that they have right downstairs from the church. It's right below it. They keep some of the items that they use to torture St. George. I've seen the YouTube videos or whatnot, but this is the first time I'm seeing it in person. These are his icons, common icons that we see in our church as well. And look at this thing. This is what they used to torture him. Look at the spear on this thing. It is overwhelming. It's just very emotional. He's my favorite martyr, and seeing this in person is just look at that. I don't know if you guys can see this. The photo, it actually shows, this icon actually shows how they did it. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine how painful this thing is. This is just ridiculous. Anyways, I have like mixed emotions at this point. It's just, oh my gosh. And here you also see the spears, I guess, and the nails that they have. I guess they used this on him to torture him as well. Oh my gosh. This icon actually shows you how they scourged him, and it's just beyond me. It's very overwhelming, very emotional. And as you can see right here, this is where they tied him.
when they were flogging him. So I mean, I encourage everybody to come see this, so you can actually understand how painful this was for him. And here is the icon where they were cutting his head. Oh man, St. George, goodness gracious! Just at a young age, being tortured for the love of Christ. This is just beyond me. Like I said, he's one of my favorite martyrs. I'm actually named after him, so I love him. I grew up in Addis, near his church, so he's my favorite.
So here you'll see the chain that they used. I'll show you the picture in a minute, but here's the chain that they used. Actually get the blessing, and this thing is heavy. Oh man, this gives me pain. It's very painful blessing, but it's a very painful experience as well. So here's how they chained him basically. This is the chain that we just saw. This is the chain that they used, and this is the picture that relates to it. And receiving a crown for the painful, gruesome. Oh man! All right, no words. So here's one of the things where you need translators, right? Because everything that you see in this wall is in Arabic. This looks like an altar. And everything on these walls are, as you see, in Arabic. And unfortunately, there's no one here that speaks it. I mean, the church servants. Here's a different drawing of St. George slaying the dragon, where you don't see a horse. Just see if I can get a different angle so you can see it. Yeah. And here is where they imprisoned him. And this is the prison. This is the entrance. I mean, I'm a 6'2" dude, so I have like way down. So this is the dungeon. Oh, St. George. My favorite martyr. I'm named after him, so he's my favorite. I love him. May his blessing be upon us all. Some beautiful pictures. Oh man. Please come and visit this place. It's amazing. This is where they kept him, basically. Oh, goodness. This is the exit. This is beautiful, just amazing. What an experience. I'm so glad that I got to see what happened to my favorite saint, my favorite martyr. But you know, I wish the on the history that I read, this was Coptic church first, and then the Greek took it over on the 15th century or something. Yeah, but the items that you saw is just, oh my goodness gracious, it's so emotional. Anyways, I'm so glad I received his blessing.
Encourage everybody to come out and see this place. It's beautiful. It's a great experience. I'm so glad I got to see this and get St. George's blessing.
So I'm actually heading out to my next stop. So this is what St. George has to offer. Now I have about like 6 more stops. See you on the next stop. Bye.